Alright guys, I just got my sample of myself Le Parfum by YSL, and I was very interested to compare it to the existing Eau de Parfum and see which one smells better. I've not been able to find this fragrance anywhere, so I opted to get the sample. Just randomly scrolling through TikTok, sometimes you'll see an ad for this and you can quickly sign up for a sample and they'll send it to you within 2 weeks. This actually came pretty quickly, so let's just go ahead, spray it on myself, and we'll see if it's any good. I'm going to spray it on my left wrist, of course, and let's see what we got. So right off the bat, this fragrance is much more interesting than the Eau de Parfum. It's a little bit more powdery, definitely more ambery, a little bit more musky. This is for sure a nighttime fragrance. Still, I could see people wearing it during the day. It wouldn't be a huge problem. It's not too different from the existing formula for the Eau de Parfum, to the point that you wouldn't be able to wear it throughout the day. But ideally, I would say this is more of a nighttime fragrance. And to be honest, you could probably daily both of these. You could probably daily the Eau de Parfum and then rock this Le Parfum for nighttime, and then rock this during the daytime. It's floral, fresh, ambery, powdery, a little bit musky, woody, hint of sweetness. Much more complex than the Eau de Parfum, but it's still a beautiful scent profile nonetheless. I would give this one about an 8.8 or an 8.9 out of 10. It's a very beautiful scent profile. This would be great for the fall and winter, especially on those cooler nights, and then this would be perfect for almost every season during the day. Although you could wear this at night if you wanted to as well. It's a beautiful fragrance. I actually prefer this one slightly more than this one. It's a bit more simple of a fragrance, but I think because of that, it ends up being a much more versatile scent. It's much less reliant on amber. Absolutely beautiful scent profile. Yeah, this one is much more reliant on the florals, a bit of sweetness, some woodiness, and overall fresh masculine appeal. This one for me is a 9.3 out of 10. Absolutely beautiful scent profile. In my opinion, both of these are unisex leaning masculine. A woman could rock both of these no problem. It's not heavily masculine. I would say it's slightly masculine. You can definitely have both of these fragrances and they can go hand in hand. This one being for the daytime, this one being for the nighttime every day. They'll both get a ton of compliments. You can't go wrong with either. If you get both though, you'll be set for the entire year. And genuinely, if you just needed one, I would recommend getting the Eau de Parfum of myself. It is perfect in my opinion. It smells great. It's a little bit more floral, not as powdery, less ambery, and a fresher DNA overall. What I love about the Le Parfum is that it didn't delve too much into the amber profile. If you've ever smelled Luna Rossa Ocean, one of my biggest complaints with that fragrance is that the EDT smells just like myself. You go to the Le Parfum of that fragrance and it's just ambers non-stop. You immediately get hit with this super strong ambers to the point that the original DNA is lost. With this one, this retains the original DNA but adds upon it with ambers, with the powdery note, with the musky note. It's very nice overall, a little bit more woody. Whereas this one is more floral. You still get a lot of woods on this one. It's fresh, woody, floral, but overall both are excellent choices. You can't go wrong with either. I would give this one an 8.9 personally, and this one a 9.3. Alright, so I just dailied myself Le Parfum, and this fragrance has really surprised me, guys. I'm gonna be honest, I think I like this one a little bit more than the Eau de Parfum now. In the opening, I would say I still like the Eau de Parfum better. However, once this dries down, it becomes this beautiful white floral vanilla ambery fragrance that's very well suited for nighttime. It's a gorgeous fragrance. This one actually becomes like a 9.3, 9.4 out of 10 once it dries down. And as I've said, the Eau de Parfum is quite reliant when it comes to citruses, florals, just that heavy dose of freshness. However, this one, give it a little bit of time and it really shines. And it smells good in the opening, but it smells amazing in the dry down. Eau de Parfum for me, still better in the opening. So I would say if you have about $300 or $250, go ahead and grab myself Eau de Parfum for daytime use, and then grab this one for nighttime use. And if myself Eau de Parfum is already one of your signatures, this one is a no-brainer. It's a gorgeous scent profile that adds on top of the existing DNA. It doesn't take away from what the Eau de Parfum's DNA is, it just adds on top of it, which I think is beautiful. So this one is definitely great. I can wholeheartedly recommend this one. Beautiful fragrance. For me personally, I'd say get both. That's probably what I'm going to do. I'll use this one for nighttime usage and then the Eau de Parfum for daytime usage. And they both go hand in hand because one builds off the other. So both beautiful fragrances. Myself, Eau de Parfum and Le Parfum.